Yeah. You can send the videos
Oh yeah, the
that
videos.
you have, and we'll start with your Okta and then we'll go for there. From there.
Okay. Okay, here it is. That's one game, and then the other one is loading. So
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
time we watch the game,
Mm-hmm.
I will send it later.
Sounds good, yeah. Okay, so first of all, I want to ask you, like, what is your goal with League of Legends? I always love to ask this because it tells me a little bit about what you're looking for and what you want to improve on, and like, why do you play League and what do you hope to achieve?
Okay. Okay, I'm actually really passionate about this game, so I was hoping that I could be a pro player, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I was planning to do this while like I'm in uni, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe if this project works, I can just go League full time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Then I think what I would be, if I wanted to go pro all over again, some of the things that I would be thinking about is first, for me, the real test is like being able to get the challenger. I think joining teams before you hit challenger is not that useful. And I would just focus
Okay.
everything on solo queue and try to limit my champion pool to like 2 to 3 champions, really the champions that I feel like I'm best at, and just focus on those champs. I would play on 2 accounts. I would have one account that's really try hard, and then I would have a second account where I can experiment more and I can chill more. Because I think if you want to get really good, you have to put a lot of hours in, but you don't need to have a second account. But for me, it's nice to have a second account where I can play more chill when I really just like I still want to play League and feel fresh, but I don't really have the focus that I have to play on the main account and like fully try hard. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I got it.
So overall, your stats look pretty good. Your number of games are kind of low. So I'm guessing you don't have that much
Yeah, I
free
know.
time with uni and everything, right?
No, I mean it was just this period.
There you go.
Uh,
I do.
I wasn't feeling very well, to be honest. This whole 2 months, so I played a
I
bit
fucked up
less
my
than I
headset.
used
One
to.
sec.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I made my headset Bluetooth. One sec.
Yeah, don't worry.
Listening now?
Yeah, can you hear you?
Now I can hear you. Yeah, nice. Okay. What did you say to my question?
Okay.
That you don't have that much time?
No, just these 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
this split. I wasn't feeling really well, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like playing like I did the other splits.
Mm-hmm. Because you played more last few splits?
Yeah, same. Like not the last split, like the season, this
2023?
season 14. Yeah, in season 2023, I was playing a lot.
Uh-huh.
I even got masters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This split. Yeah, and uh, then like maybe it was something in my head that told me to stop because uh, I wasn't seeing the rewards that I wanted.
Mm-hmm. What do you think your biggest problems are as a player?
Mine? Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't
Like, what do you think makes you not be challenger right now?
hear.
What do you think you're
I think
lacking?
I'm lacking. The first thing is like patience and discipline. I'm lacking
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not playing a lot, and when I see like when I see like a losing streak, I just feel bad and don't want to play anymore for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
keeping me from tryharding, and then also like in the in-game uh, things,
Mm-hmm.
maybe my lane things could be better, surely. My my mechanics maybe. I should
Mm-hmm.
train more. I should play more, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first thing that I would think about if I were you is to try to think of like all these, like right now you're playing a lot of champions. Like in your last 7
Yeah,
days,
true.
you have like so many different champs you've played. And it also looks like to me like you're kind of trying to play what's meta and to test out things. And I would
Mm-hmm.
like if you enjoy doing that, that's great. You can keep doing that. But I would just advise you to like think to yourself, okay, what are the champions that I could lock in right now and feel like I have the highest chance of carrying the game on? And then you try to
Okay.
just spam those. Because that way,
Okay.
especially when you have a limited amount of time, you will make the best use of your time. You'll get way better at the champions. You'll get way more elo, and you will just feel way more mechanically secure and good about yourself.
Okay.
So for me, that's the biggest thing that I see right now from Europe.gg. Like your stats look good, but it's very varied. You don't have that many games in total, which makes the fact that you play so many champs also harder for you. Because like you played 200 games, but your most played champ is only 30 games, you know? So if you played, let's
Mm-hmm.
say you
Yeah,
played
yeah.
200 games and Seri was 100 games, you'd probably be like super good Seri right now, right? Or
True.
if you played like
True.
100 games of Ezreal, you'd be fucking Dragdar.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what I would first think about if I was in your shoes. But let's
Uh,
jump into this Ezreal game here. So you're playing Ezreal into Jinx Leona. How come you don't have cleanse here?
Uh, actually, here my client like lagged the
Okay.
last second,
Yeah, then
so
it's fine.
I got barrier. I stuck with barrier.
But you normally always go cleanse against Leona, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. And do you do any, like, how do you approach games in general? Do you think about the matchup, how you want to play before you go into it? Or do you just kind of let what happens happen?
Uh,
Like, are you thinking
mean,
now how you want to play the matchup if you get push?
okay, so not really,
No?
honestly. But
I th-
like I don't think about lane matchup a lot, but
Mhm.
maybe about when I see the first clear, like where junglers are gonna buff. Maybe I think about how to manage waves.
Mhm.
But honestly, lane matchup don't come to my mind a lot.
Mhm. For me, I think it's you don't need to think about it a lot, but what I like to think about a little bit is like what is my goal this game? Like for example, if I'm playing with Pyke, in my head, I know that I really want to snowball because I know he's really strong early game and I want to play more aggressive. While if I'm playing with a Sona blind pick, maybe I'm suffering on the outside, but on the inside I know that my job is to try to survive and kind of scale. So I think
Yeah.
thinking it just in general like that can help you have more of an accurate idea of what success like looks like in the game. Because if you're 0-0 and you're playing Draven Pyke, that's pretty bad. But if you're 0-0
Yeah.
playing Seri Sona, that's really fucking good. You didn't int at all, and now you're getting to mid game.
Hmm.
So in this lane, if I were you, I'd be thinking now like I want to play really aggressive. I want to punish Jinx on every CS, and I want to like spam Q on the wave, get my passives up. It's good. Here, I think you tunnel vision a bit on the ward.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
So it's like, because here, what you can actually do is instead of thinking about this ward, is you click on the Jinx.
Yeah,
And you can start auto-attacking her and make this a good trade where Pyke starts to walk up. And then this turns into like Jinx wanting to get one auto-attack. But because you have like one passive stack already, and you can start trading with her, and Leona's so far away, you can actually get like 2 autos on her, and she does 2 auto-attacks on you as well. But that's a trade that you're happy with, right? Because
yeah.
volatility is really good when you have champions such as Pyke. Oh, very bad, very bad, very bad. When we
Yeah.
play Ezreal, we never queue champions level 1, unless it's a minion behind them. Because it's just way too bad to lose our passive stacks. Like now, I can already tell, because you did this, you're not going to get level 2 first. While if you queued the minion, and you just kept auto-attacking, you get level 2 first. At least if Jinx plays it well, you don't get level 2 first now. So now she can just rocket the wave. Yeah, they will get level 2 first. Okay, she's not rocking the wave. Ah, they will still get level 2 first.
We get it at the same time, I think.
Okay.
Kind of.
Well, that's because Jinx is noob. If she
Yeah, I
she
know.
swaps forms right here, and she rockets the wave now, they can pressure you guys off the wave, and you've kind of lost a big window to the pressure. I also think here, you're kind of pushing out a bit too much of just like trading auto for auto. Like here, you know that Jinx wants to last this minion, right? That's Jinx's goal. So why are you so scared and clicking back? If you just like keep clicking forward, then Jinx will either do an auto attack on you and maybe miss the creep, or you get one auto for one auto, which still like you're fine with that, you know? And you can keep trading if you want, because you can Q the minion, get 4 passive stacks, you keep auto attacking, you have more attack speed than her, so you're winning the trade.
Okay.
Like, I think it's good that you're trying to kind of space so that Jinx doesn't get free autos, but at the same time, it's like a level 1 Jinx, so she barely has more range than you with her rockets, you know? So you don't need to be too scared of it. Okay, Leona goes in. It's good. Oh my god, Jinx doesn't flash that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. I think you didn't have to flash, but I respect it. I think she's dead from your Q here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
sure.
fine. It's hard to tell in the moment. Overall, it's good. Like, here, this is mostly... The only thing about this is, like... This happens, but it doesn't happen kind of because you did something good. I think it's more just the enemy and thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's good to try to think about what happened earlier as more important, because those are the points of agency that you have to make the lane how you want it to be. Like, if you can outtrade the Jinx 1v1 or start trading with the Jinx and making things happen on your own, it's much more consistent. Because maybe, like, in a different game, Jinx will flash this Pyke E, maybe it's a 1-for-1, or maybe even Pyke just dies. Like, there's many things that can happen that will be not so good for you. While if you're the one creating the point of pressure and understanding how you want to play the lane, then it'll be much more consistent and you'll find success in every game you play.
Okay.
And now the lane is slow pushing into you. In general, whenever I play Ezreal, I don't like to let the wave slow push into me. I just thin it down as much as I can with Qs. This is because, like, you can't really freeze very well on Ezreal, because the enemy can always fight you if they have a wave advantage. Like, it's very easy for the Jinx to play if she has all these minions and you can't land a Q on her. So I think what you should do now, it depends a bit on the champ. If you play a champion that can thin the wave from range, like Ezreal, or you play something like Seri that can auto attack from far away, I would just start thinning the wave down ASAP and look to try to get push for this wave. I think it's very rare. The only time you want to like let it slow push into you is if you're playing something like Draven or Kalista and you can actually just freeze on them and then kill them on the freeze.
Okay.
But this is good by Pyke. Okay, nice spacing. And then we hit the W. I think here you can W a bit faster. Like if you W now before this auto.
Okay.
But it's fine, it's fine. I like it. Okay, Pyke is smurfing. Nice, good Q. These minions are beating our ass though. I think also here, once you do this trade, I would think now about going to ward. Like after Pyke does this Q, this is good, where you go and like follow this and you use a Q. And then now I would start to think about going to ward. Because I don't know if maybe we saw enemy jungler earlier, but just, yeah, okay, so you're going to ward. I mean, you were thinking about it, but you want to last it first. Fair enough. I think you could just go to the pixel bush and put a ward there. Like, you don't need to put it all the way into tri bush if you don't have time for it. Especially since you have 2 wards. It's like always a waste, right, to sit on 2 wards, because that means you're not getting refreshing the next one. And I'm worried that you're gonna get ganked. Nice W. Because here I feel like now, here if you have vision of like if you have either a ward in Tribush or a ward in Pixel, I feel like you could E forward here just to trade with the Jinx when Leona clicks this far back.
Yeah.
It's like now Leona's clicking really far back, If you now instead of queuing, you just E forward and start auto attacking the Jinx. I don't know, the Pyke is really far back as well for no reason. But if you do that, I feel like you can chunk the Jinx even more and then return back to the wave. and dive them on the next wave. But I feel like Pyke is also a bit scared because you guys don't have good wards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Pyke puts the ward, but you're still sitting on 2 wards, which is kind of a waste. Now Pyke shouldn't be as scared. I feel like now it would be good for you to kind of ping more. Like, here Pyke is playing really passive for no reason. Like, he's just autopiloting a bit. So if you ping, like, on your way or, you know, like, aggro ping or just spam ping Jinx a bit. Like, don't spam ping, but ping once or twice. It'll kind of make him realize. Because if Pyke were to watch this back, he would be like, what the fuck am I doing? They're half HP and 200 HP and I'm playing in Narnia, letting Jinx last hit. Why would I do that? Like, he could just walk up and not let Jinx farm, right?
Yeah, true.
So, one thing that I had to work on a lot, and that I still don't do that well, but I think it makes a huge difference. Like, I do it when I'm focused and tryharding and not streaming, but sometimes I forget to do it when I'm streaming because I'm focused on like talking and stuff. But using pings well, it helps so much. Like pinging when you want your support to go in, and pinging when you feel like someone is doing something illegal and you want to punish them for it, pinging when you want to set up a dive, pinging when you think enemy is going to dive you and you spam ping assistance for help because someone is close to you. Like these sorts of things, they actually make a huge difference because most
Yeah.
people have either beat like really bad map awareness or they just lose focus and autopilot a lot. So an easy way to increase your agency that's very like low skill is to just get really good at pinging what you want and what you want to do. And if
I do this. Maybe in lane I don't do this that much, but I
mm-hmm,
think in mid, kind of late game, I do this a lot.
mm-hmm,
When I'm ahead, usually I think a lot.
mm-hmm. That's really good. Nice. This is a really good base. So, can I ask, why did you base here? There's like
Uh,
2 reasons why it's a really good base.
yeah, I thought the jungler was gonna come bot. I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking about him the wave before this,
Mm-hmm.
so I just wanted to crush and base.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then, I mean, also because they're playing top lane, our jungle is
Mm-hmm.
top lane, so it's kind of risky to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's really good to base here, as you said, because enemy jungler can be bot side and your jungler is top side. And also because next wave is cannon, so you don't really lose
Yeah,
anything.
also that. Yeah,
And just makes it a really good recall. And now Pyke can probably even hold the wave when you come back, and you're coming back to a freeze, which is really nice.
yeah.
Now you have huge item
I think he
advantage, so
actually
Pyke can
killed.
just go in.
I clicked back here. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
You're a bit more scared than you needed to be, but it's fine. Oh yeah. Oof. Yeah, we didn't play this the best, but I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
need to tell you. Oh, and we die.
I mean, here I knew like LeBlanc was gonna come. I kind of wanted to bait with barrier because she was slow, but I just didn't click. Maybe I can kill her.
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, I think you could also, like, if you wanted to be crazy good, you try to E, you know? Like, predictably
yeah,
E
true,
the W. Like, if you E here now, it's kind of turbo.
true.
But I respect it. But this is like, I don't know, like, it's pretty. This play can be really risky for me. Like, I don't like always chasing this. I think in this case, it's good.
Yeah, that's why I
Uh,
was clicking back. Like,
yeah, but if you die here, you lose so many minions, you know, and it feels really
yeah, I
bad.
know.
Because now I'm guessing someone will go and crash your wave. Oh wait, Pyke gets to hold it. Oh, it crashes. Or it kind of crashes. Uh, it's not that.
It
Yeah.
could be worse, to be honest,
Could be
but
worse. Could be worse. But at the same time, if you didn't die and you get to catch all that wave, it's gonna be even better.
yeah,
So it's less. It's like it's going to be a bit different every game, but it's just good to kind of include it in your analysis of it's like worth to chase or not. Because if you get chunked and like let's say you don't kill the Jinx there and you get chunked like that, it's really bad, I think.
yeah, I agree.
But if you do kill her and you don't die, of course it's good, right? I like here that you're slow pushing, waiting for your Pyke to come back. We're pushing for use on Leona. Nice.
Here I kind of baited. Uh,
You
I mean, we
shouldn't
had
queue the
different
Leona
ideas.
here. Yeah. I feel like
I
your
was thinking
pike
the
is
same.
already going so deep on Jinx that
Yeah.
like you're the one that kind of needs to adapt, you know? So if you
Okay.
hold your Q, like, because it's like now Pike has used all his spells already on the Jinx. So it's not like he can go on Leona now, but you could, like, I think
Click
your
on Jinx.
your E is fine, right? It's like
Okay.
hard to, in hindsight, it would be better to E forward because Pike goes for this. That's impossible to tell from when you actually eat. Um, but then I think here now, when you see that Pike is doing all this, you should be thinking about going on the Jinx instead of doing Leona. But it's a bit hard to tell. It's a bit random what the Pike does as well. I don't think he should go on Jinx. I think just like hooking the Leona and chunking her is better.
Yeah.
He likes to fuck this Jinx. But if you did Q her, she would actually die, or she would have to flash the Pike ult. Because now she would be in your Q range, and if Pike does one more auto attack and then he ultis, she can't barrier the ult damage. So it's fine, you have a big wave. Here I would look to go into fog, like go into this bush, and then look to ulti.
Okay.
I think that's always like a good attempt, because if the ulti hits, like Jinx is so low that she dies to Pike ult. I don't like the W here. I think you should just Q. Look for a Q. If it hits, you're happy. If it doesn't hit.
Okay.
The W, it's like you're not gonna E, and it's really easy for them to dodge the Q after you W, and it also gives you tower aggro, and it's just. And now you took. Oh, we took a lot of damage from tower.
Yeah. I think I Swarint again. Yeah.
Let's see. Get the cannon. I don't like this Q. I don't like this Q because it's really obvious. Like, what does the Pike want to do here, you think?
He wants to dive, I guess.
Not only when he wants to dive, but he wants
It,
to hook, right?
yeah.
So after he hooks, it's really easy to land the Q, right?
Yeah, just have to wait.
So we should just wait for the Pike hook. Because now we end up having the Q back up, but we actually could have probably gotten 2 Qs on the Leona.
And she will be dead. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe you could have killed her anyways. Because you didn't do, you could do an auto attack.
It's an auto. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do auto, then W ult,
Yeah.
and she would die as well. Would you
Uh,
died?
Jinx. I thought that wasn't in the hitbox.
I think you were
Yeah,
pretty
I'm kind of
square on
asking.
it. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah. It's close, I guess.
I could just eat, but
Yeah. I mean, it's always like with stuff like this, it's better to be safe than sorry, you know? Like if you E, you lose 70 mana. It's like no big deal. Well, if you die, it's pretty tragic now because now she gets to crash the wave, and you give her 300 gold, and she's kind of back in the game now when her game was in a really bad state.
mhm.
Let's see now. You come back to the wave. We're hitting Leon a bit. There's a fight in our
Yeah,
jungle. Kill the
yeah.
Diana. Nice. Nice. Whoa.
Ah,
Hey. Okay, well played. Good flash. Nay.
I think I got that.
And she dies.
Yeah, she
I
does want
hope.
to go to the
I mean, I
blind.
think something I'm noticing when you play Ezreal, I feel like the way you W is kind of like random.
Yeah, I agree.
Like here, for example, you're Wing the Leona, but you're planning to Q the Jinx, it kind of looks like. And it's also like the W you do here after. I also don't like it that much, because it's like, I feel like it's better to just Q. It's much easier to land the Q if you just Q. And I feel like you should W more when you're thinking about like either if they're CC'd or like if you had W now, you know? Now is when you actually want that W, when Leona's stuck there. And also if you want to like WE like this. I think if you
Yeah.
can WE forward, yeah, go ahead, use the W. But just looking for Q poke is much easier if you just Q.
I think I'm like throwing it randomly on cooldown
Mm-hmm.
because I'm treating the spell like a Q, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not a Q.
Yeah.
It's another spell.
Like here again, this W does nothing, you know? Like it just makes you
Yeah.
stand still for a bit longer. We're chasing this.
I think I just want to, I'm just going back to line.
Oh.
A bit risky, but
I was thinking you just stay mid lane and Silas recalls and go bot lane. It's kind of weird for you to go bot lane now, so I think what should happen in
yeah,
my eyes here is Silas now presses B, you go push in this mid lane wave, you base, Silas goes bot, you go mid one wave, and then you swap back. Because now you're gonna lose your timer to base, and you're coming back to lane kind of low, you get chunked even more. Like, it's really awkward. The only saving grace you have now is kind of Nocturne ulting on Jinx and killing her. Or I guess Jinx being so scared of Nocturne ulting on her. Okay, I mean, it ends up working out. But it's just, like, it's more reliable, I think, if when your teammate, like this Silas, is inting, I would say. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like that much that you chase the Diana in the first place, but I think once you commit, like, if I were you, I would
Just
here,
push away.
yeah, I would push the wave,
She flash,
like,
then I go push.
keep chasing a bit more now. The Q misses. I see Nocturne is coming. Silas is going to keep chasing. I push bot wave. But
Yeah.
once you commit to going mid, I would ping Silas to, like, go bot, and then I push mid. Because someone should push the next bot wave, I push the next mid wave, and then we both base and everybody's happy. But now, since you guys both went mid lane, it's like really awkward. Who goes bot lane? You don't really want to go bot lane because you have a free wave you could get here, and that makes you basing easier. And Silas going mid lane just gets him killed because he's 200 HP and he needs to base desperately, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just important to, like, put really high importance on your wave state and fixing it. And it's like, if you see that you're going mid, or that if you, like, you went mid already, you know, because something happened, tell your mid laner to go bot. Maybe he doesn't listen and he wants to be a dumbass, but at least tell him, and then ideally, you know, he understands that it's just way better for the game if two people farm instead of just one person.
Yeah. Sure.
Because now from this, for example, imagine if this Drake fight happens, and you're now here with full HP, and you have Triforce. Holy shit, you'd be Exodia. You wouldn't even need to E out. You'd just kill this Leona. You know? Nothing
True.
you have to be scared of. But now you're kind of useless. You don't have Triforce, you're low mana, you're half HP. So what could have been a really good play just ends up being a Drake and you guys running away. So a lot of these things, it's like, if you make the right decision, it's kind of invisible. It's hard to sometimes tell that it makes a big difference. But if you actually go in depth and analyze it, you can see how it usually fucks up the next play. Like, either you lose XP and minions and then you fall behind, or it means that the next play you're too low or have no gold or didn't spend your gold, and it makes it harder to play the game in the future.
Yeah, it's like all the bad things that happen adds up and then becomes. I mean, the game state could be better.
Here, okay, I think we need to work. One thing that I feel like looks like a pattern so far is your warding. I feel like you're very, very bad at finding timers to ward. Here, I think a good timer is
Sure.
after you kill, like, you have two potential timers. I don't mind which one you do. Either after, like, you go ward right now before you touch the next wave, and you go ward here, for example, and this push is good. Or you kill these 6 minions and then you ward. But I don't like that you don't ward at all, and then we need to wait until Leona shows or not, because I have two issues with this. One is if Leona shows, or if Leona doesn't show, we need to play really respectful in, like, versus the Jinx. The second problem I have is if Leona is now here, you're kind of dead if she walked all the way around. Like if she now walks here, you have no flash. You do have E, but she has ulti and, you know, so much CC, and Jinx walks up on you. I think you just die. It's like a good cheese by Leona. Like you still don't see Leona. She could be killing you right now. We still don't see her. Like I don't know why she's even top lane when she's this late to the play. Like, look how late she is. We still don't see her. And you still haven't ran to ward. Like even now, I think you should at least go ward.
Yeah, I agree.
Because now as well, I mean, also I think you're, like when we see Leona here, it's good that you look for an ulti, but I feel like you're looking a bit too much at the play. Because Jinx now is catching this whole wave under tower, and you're not shooting one Q at her.
Okay.
Like if you hit 2 Qs on Jinx under tower with Triforce, you can just dive her on the next wave. Get so chunked. But the one Q that you do throw is like super delayed. We throw our W kind of for fun. This is better though. Good. I don't think you needed to E out. I think you need to E out.
No, she expects, so that wasn't it.
Like I think she's 300 HP or 800 HP. Both of you have barrier. If she ultis, you can just E it. I think she's
Yeah.
the one that needs to start clicking backwards. But I feel like
Yeah.
it's kind of this trap that Ezreal players fall into where they think because enemy has wave, you automatically lose. But if you just keep auto-attacking her, and
I think
you're
maybe, yeah.
like you're gonna win if you don't get hit by her W or ult. If you get hit by her ult, you're gonna lose. But if you dodge her ult with your E, which I think is not that hard, then you're gonna win.
Here, like when I throw the W and pop it, and with the auto, I can just I just E upwards and hit the Q.
Yeah, you
And
can do
she,
that as well if you want to do like montage play. Like if you E now here,
yeah.
like here and then Q here, yeah.
I think
That's
she
like,
just doesn't accept it.
yeah,
And
expected,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, accept it. Yeah. Then now, don't know what happens.
Now you hinted. Okay,
Now I went to ward. Now.
now you want to ward, but there's a mistake that I don't like before you will go to ward. What, like, something I was talking about earlier with the pike, right? Is in most things, an easy way to view League, to make everything much simpler, is to make things predictable. What will Jinx do under tower? Why is she even staying under tower?
Catch minions.
To catch minions, right? So she wants to, if you are the Jinx, what do you want to do? You want to wait until this minion takes one tower shot, and then you want to auto attack it, right? So if you're playing a champion with skill shots, even if you're not playing a champion with skill shots, even if you're playing a champion that wants to auto attack the enemy, it's really easy to predict when the Jinx is forced to walk up if you're thinking a bit more like holistically about the game. Because now you're looking for a Q before she has to do anything. So this Q is never going to land against a decent player. But now we don't even see it, right? Because it's out of camera. But now is when the Jinx would be really easy to Q because she's last hitting minions.
Yeah.
And then again, we Q when she's like too far away, and she would have no reason to ever get hit by this Q because she's last hitting a minion here. And her range is like this, right? Why would she ever walk here into your Q range? So we should wait until she wants to last hit these minions, and then we look for a Q.
Okay.
Because if we're like just playing with this again, right? Where I mean now I get it a bit more because you're running you're a bit scared of maybe their jungler. So you're just like kind of scared, but then you shouldn't even Q in the first place just to conserve mana, I think. But yeah, I mean you get teleported on. You could tell that something was gonna go bad here. Maybe you can trade 1-for-1. We really don't want a barrier ever?
I don't know.
I haven't seen you use it
You're right.
once this game. I mean,
You're
the
right.
Jinx didn't
Yeah.
barrier either. I don't know. Maybe she didn't have it, or. But
Yeah,
this is
kinda
like, for me, this is less important that you die here. It's more important that like you think a bit deeper about the game. It's not even that much deeper. It's just like understanding why things happen and how to have an advantage more consistently. Because if you're able to just aim skill shots when they want to farm or they do a really predictable action. Like, for example, another predictable action will be when your pike walks up to hook. If they get hooked, then they can't dodge the Q, right? If enemy wants to go ward, then and you're sitting in the bush, you wait until they're close enough and then you Q them, right? You wouldn't Q them before they're in range to come ward. But it's just being a bit more aware of what the enemy wants to do and then playing accordingly, which makes it a lot easier. And it's the same principle when you say, like, the classic, like, you want to trade when the enemy wants to farm, right? That's like the most basic of trading, and it applies the same, even more so, to skill shot champions, that you want to aim your skill shots when they want to farm, because it makes it more predictable and they're kind of stuck doing an action.
Okay.
Okay, your Pyke is roaming a bit. Okay, let's see it. Round 4 of 1v1ing the Jinx. Okay, again.
And just throwing random spells.
Yeah, we're just like throwing spells out. Like here, what I would much rather like to see is you're just spam shoving the wave as much as possible. And then once you've shoved in the wave and you get Jinx under tower, then it becomes much easier for you to hit her under tower because she has to try the last hit again. But if we're just like throwing Qs out kind of randomly, like it's TP.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is
It's
good,
just
I guess. Yeah. Nice. I also have yet to see the Jinx barrier, to be honest. Oh no. I think I know what's gonna happen here.
No, it ends up fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're fine actually. Good, you get the tower. Now you go mid, I hope. Good.
Yeah.
Clean. Good sidestep on the LeBlanc chain.
Good.
Good. Here, instead of Wing, just auto attack.
Yeah.
The timer that you have to W and do anything else is too long. When LeBlanc W's forward, like, this is also what I mean with, like, champions are predictable. Like, when LeBlanc W's forward like this, we know what she's gonna do. She's just gonna do a Q and W back. Because if she does anything else, she takes too much damage. So we want to do something that takes the same amount of time, which would be either like Eing forward and trying to like run her down, but that's kind of hard in this spot. So otherwise, we just want to do an auto attack, and then like maybe we won't get the auto attack off, but it's always going to be better than Wing, because you're not even finished channeling the W before she's jumped back, you know?
Okay.
But it's just playing kind of with more this awareness in mind of what enemy champions want to do. And that's also like, for me, a big reasons why I don't struggle playing against assassins is because I know what they want to do and then I play accordingly. Like, I can tell, for example, what this LeBlanc wants to do, what this Diana wants to do, and I won't get caught by surprise by them and get one shot, which is usually how assassins are able to kill people. It's kind of by surprising them and getting a flank or doing something that the enemy didn't expect and getting onto them. But if you have really good awareness and you're playing towards it, it's really hard to, like, it just makes your positioning so much better.
Okay.
And it's like, it's a culmination of knowledge, but it's also just to start with, you need to like actively think about it, I think. That's the easiest way to get your mind to make it subconscious.
Okay, yeah, true. I mean, it's like all this information is like I know maybe what the champion is gonna do, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
about it. I'm just autopiloting.
Yeah.
It feels like this. I
Like,
do
I
this a
don't
lot
think it's
in.
a knowledge issue, which is why I don't feel like I need to explain to you, like, what LeBlanc does, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what they're gonna do, but in game, you're not able to apply it. And I think the secret to being able to apply it is just making it more, like, making it more conscious in game. So maybe you think to yourself, like, for example, if you were to queue up your next Ezreal game, I would want you to be like, this game, I'm gonna always, when an enemy wants the last hit, I will try to think if I can queue. And I will try to only queue when the enemy wants to CS. Not only queue, but like, I'll try to queue a lot when they want to CS, you know?
Yeah.
And then you can take it like a step further to be like in team fights, I never want to get like one shot by enemy assassin. You know, for example, in this game, I would be like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm always playing around Diana and LeBlanc one shot. And then if it doesn't happen, then that's a good spot to learn from, because you can be thinking to yourself, okay, what did I do wrong here? What was it about LeBlanc or Diana that surprised me here? Like, maybe it can be just that your team inted and the fight was just unplayable and you had no vision and then it was just GG. You know, that'll happen sometimes. But a lot of the time it'll be like, okay, no, I clicked a little bit too far forward. I gave Diana flash E range so she could ulti me, and then even though I E'd backwards, she was still able to get onto me and I died, you know? But it's just kind of, I think, creating these goals for yourself and making it really conscious what you want to work on makes it really easy to streamline your improvement and like improve much faster than you would otherwise just spamming the game and not thinking.
Yeah.
Like one of the big ways that I improved was I didn't set that much like goals for myself. I set some goals for myself, but a lot of it was being like, I fucking hated losing. I hated feeling bad. And I just really wanted to think about like, what can I improve on? What can I do better? And I was thinking about it all the time, you know? And it just led me to like these days, I don't think a lot about the game when I'm in the game. It's mostly subconscious, but that's because I already did a lot of the conscious effort to like, how do I play this team fight? I don't need to think about how I play the team fight, but when I many years ago was getting better and better at playing team fights, I did think about how to play the team fights. And I do still, it does happen still sometimes that it's like, okay, I really need to be aware of this, you know? I need to think about this more. Because I feel like I zone out or I didn't think about it properly or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like something happened when I was in Korea was I was getting fucked by Renekton's a lot, Renekton tops. Because in Korea, their spacing was so insane on Renekton's. I don't know how to explain it even, but I've always thought Renekton just fell off, you know, and he was useless in team fights. But they were so good at getting flash stuns, at tanking the most damage as possible, but still like living with 1 HP. And it really made me play team fights much better because I realized if I'm gonna give these flash stun angles to these Renektons, we're just gonna lose the team fights. I just get CC chained and die. I need to actually make it a real goal to space the Renektons better and not give them these angles. And
you had to relearn basically.
yeah,
What you
I
already
had
did.
to, like before I was thinking, oh, Renekton, whatever, he's a piece of shit, you know? Like we'll just one-shot him in team fights.
Okay.
But then when these players were playing it so well and they were able to get double dash into flash stun and to like 3-man Q heal and just 1v9ing, it made me realize that, you know, I need to reassess this knowledge I already have, and I also need to like play more mechanically fresh myself.
Okay.
And that's kind of for me like what the fun and beauty of League is. It's I feel like you can always improve and you can always learn and always get better.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I love getting mid tower. Let me just see the sequence once again, because I was yapping a bit. So your team goes bot. Good. You go mid. Nice. Yeah, this is good. Good that you don't move to bot and you just hit mid. I think staying to hit mid tower here is a bit greedy. You already have... I'm not sure, what item would you want to build second in this game? Shojin, BT...
Think about Shojin.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think you just base here and get Coldfield's Warhammer.
Yeah.
Because it's just like if we look at the map, right? Nocturne, it's just the easiest way to think when should you recall is just think about when your teammates want to recall. Your Renekton is going to want to push this wave and recall. Your Nocturne is going to want to do Crab, maybe Gromp, then recall. And your Pike is going to want to recall. So it just makes the game much easier if you recall now, because then you'll all be running out of base at the same time. Like now you see Pike's recalling, Renekton's recalling, and Nocturne maybe greeds to full clear, or maybe he just recalls. Yeah, he greeds to full clear. But anyways, it's like, if you now recalled, you're coming out of the map the same time as Pike, the same time as Renekton, and you guys can kind of play as a 3-man to play aggressive. But now Pike is coming back on the map, you're recalling, now Silas is recalling, now Nocturne's going to do Raptors and Krugs and then recall. And it's just, it kind of slows down the game a lot. In this case, it's not entirely your fault, right? It's also Silas and Nocturne. But it's good to never be the problem, you know? Never be the reason why your team can't play. Because also what will happen a lot of the time is if your Nocturne and Silas all recalled at the same time as your Pike and Renekton, you know what 99% happen?
You will just set up the Drake better.
They would fight 4v5.
Yeah.
They would fight around here 4v5 while you were in base. I can guarantee you, it's happened to me so many times. Because your team is thinking, oh shit, we got everybody here. And they're not thinking about you at all. And they go 5 4v5. Maybe they win the fight, maybe they don't. But it's an easy way of like lowering your own impact in the game.
Okay, okay.
But just in general, when you see that your team wants to base, that's when you want to base. As long as you have something to buy and all that stuff, right? If you don't have anything to buy, then it's fine to stay. Oh shit, what the fuck did we do here?
And this is guess I wasn't thinking about the blank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This fight, I mean, this fight is bad to begin with because we're just waiting for Drake. We shouldn't
Yeah.
read Drake.
This is like a really bad fight to take. In general, the scariest fights to take is like in this. I can do it like this, to be honest. It's like in this area of the map after you've taken outer towers. Because it's really hard to chase, like deeper than tier 2s, right? You can't really chase here. Like even if Warwick is low, you can't really kill him because the tower's here.
Yeah.
And the same applies for bot and top. And it also means you can get easily flanked from top side here because you have no wards. So I think it's good that you're chunking the Warwick like this. It's just really important that you don't E in. Like, as long as you don't E in and you just play safe, you hug the side that your teammates are on. Like, even if you want to E in, it's unironically better to E here than to E here.
Yeah.
Because that's where your teammates are. And now it's just doomed a bit. And you guys all die, they get mid tower.
Yeah.
Now Renekton maybe dies as well. Yeah. Pretty big throw here.
True.
But it's also good to... Another thing that I like to think about is also like what are we getting, you know? Like we're taking here a big risk and there's not really a big reward, I feel like. Like we can maybe kill the Warwick, but I don't think we're gonna go Nash just because we kill the Warwick. We're probably still gonna do Drake. So it's like it's a pretty meaningless sequence of events. Like it can go really bad, but it can't really go that well. And I always try to think a bit about that and try to avoid plays that I feel like are like that. And for me, classic plays like that are like plays where you chase them and you can only reach them if they let you reach them. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like if you chase someone and they have 330 movement speed and you have 330 movement speed and you have no way to reach them, the only way you could actually kill them is if they decided to turn around. And if we assume that the enemy players are trying to win and have functioning brain, they would only turn around if they have either teammates to help them or they know something that you don't because you're the one running into their territory, right? So for example, plays like that are plays where it can go really bad, but it can't really go really well because you can't ever reach them unless they want you to reach them.
Okay, yeah.
So that's like kind of my philosophy and my way of viewing the game that makes it easier to... Holy shit, Warwick won that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, they got Nash as well. This was a mega throw. I didn't realize how big this throw was.
That's really big.
Yeah. But another thing that I like to, as a concept, think about is kind of, I never want to be the reason why we lose. Like, I never want to be the one to make, like, the silly mistake. Because I think a lot of the key to climbing is just to reach a high level of consistency. And consistency for me, it just means that you're always, like, okay, you know? And that means that you're never the reason why you lose. Like, sometimes you'll be the reason why you lose because lane will go terribly or, you know, you'll tilt and you'll do something stupid. And stuff like that, it can't really be avoided. We're emotional, we tilt, shit happens. But we want to minimize it as much as we can. And I think just having the mindset of being like, for example, if you lost this game, I don't know if you lost or won it, right? I would think to myself, this play, I need to never make that happen again. That just can't happen.
Yeah, true.
I need to, next time, I'll play safer, I'll recognize that Drake is the objective, and I'll just play towards the objective. Make it easy for myself, you know?
Yeah.
But it's fine, because we can still win. Let's see how it goes. You base... Oh, you're getting MR. Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Oh yeah,
LeBlanc
because
Diana. Yeah,
LeBlanc Diana.
it's good, it's good. Good itemization. But this is another good example here. Okay, so I think here you're making maybe the same mistake as you did previously. I'm not sure how much gold you need for Cyril, for
I already have
Ma.
it now.
You have it now, no?
Yeah,
After this wave.
I already have it.
So here, it's really important that you recall, because what will happen, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? If you fuck your own tempo, which essentially means that you're really late on the map, like you have
Yeah, I know.
low time, right?
Lo-
What will happen nearly always is that your team will not care and they will fight without you.
You will fight
So
without me.
now, if you had bought if you instead of doing Raptors had just based and bought Ma, then you would be in time for the next wave and you would be like here right now, right? Or something like that. And you would be ready to play this wave into top. But
Okay.
instead, you're taking this wave, and I think at this point you shouldn't even recall, because you should be like looking top and seeing that Renekton is full fucking fisting, especially since you got cancelled as well. I mean, I guess you
Yeah,
do end up staying. I mean, you end up staying, yeah. And then after this wave now,
I should go top.
you should just move top, yeah. Fuck your item. You can see that your team is clearly playing to like kill the Warwick here, and it's probably going to be a fight. But now it's going to be a fight where you're not involved. I don't know if the Jinx will be involved. She won't be, but it's a fight where you could have been involved. You could have been where the pike, not quite where the pike is. I mean, nearly where the pike is. You could have been,
Warwick would have died for sure, I think.
yeah. It for sure would have been a much better play.
Yeah.
But it's the important thing is not exactly what happens in this play, right? It's just
The concept.
understanding that
Yeah.
you need to be on the same timing as your teammate and play good tempo. Because if you fuck it up, things will always go bad. Always, always, always. And it's usually better, unless it's a huge spike, to just stay if you're full HP, full mana, and you feel like you fucked up your tempo. Like, for example, if you're playing, I don't know, a crit champion and you have Infinity Edge, I will spam ping my team that I have Infinity Edge and tell them not to do anything. And I
Yeah,
will
okay.
spam ping it, you know? But if it's like a Malmortius and you already have Hex Drinker, it's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Yeah,
I
I
think you're
died.
going to die here. Yeah. I mean, I could tell that you're going to die here already now. So, in general, your team already died, right?
Yeah.
So, they're going to be more people on the map, and they're going to be able to chase you down for as long as they want. So, being so far up is really risky, because it's really easy for the enemy team. Like, even if the Leona couldn't reach you now, they could chase you all the way to fucking here, you know? They could chase you all the way to your jungle. Because they have nothing to be scared of. Your Pike is still dead, your Renekton is still dead. So, it's just another play where you're risking a lot, and your reward would be like getting the tower,
Mid
but
tower. Yeah, it's true.
it's whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I think even hitting this tower, I don't really like it. Like doing one auto attack. I would just be thinking here, like, is Scuttle Crab up?
Maybe yeah.
That's what I would be
Focus
thinking.
out.
I think red buff is too much, and I think blue buff is scary because top side is where they are, you know? Like, you know that your team died top side, so you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that they're top side. So the only thing I would be thinking of, like, if Raptors are up, I would start Raptors, and I would kite them to here, and then, like, look to run out if they come. But in general, just hitting towers like this is usually always going to turn out bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And now again, because you're dead, this
I'm
is
not
another missed
in the fight.
opportunity where you could join a fight, but instead your team is going to fight without you, and they end up getting a kill, but maybe it would have been better if you were there.
Yeah.
Now we push our bot, this is good. This is good. I don't know what Nocturne is doing though. I don't like what Nocturne is doing, but whatever.
On the same page.
Why did you want a base here? For just Coldfield? Kind of meaningless,
Because
no?
yeah, true. I mean, I thought
Like
nothing
it's.
was gonna happen,
I
so
think
I could
here,
just
because
base.
Drake is spawning, it makes sense to just stay. Like, worst case, like for me, I think you stay here no matter what. Like, if I'm you, what I'd be
Okay.
thinking here, I would be like thinking here, Jinx is still dead, right? I want to
Yeah.
get this wave and then play Drake that's coming. Like this wave that is now
Yeah.
here.
True.
So I would be want to walk into mid lane. I try to poke the Diana a little bit. I think the way you approach team fights is a bit different on ADC depending on the champion you play, but especially on Ezreal, you really want to be there a minute before. Because if you're
Yeah. True.
here now and Diana wants to face check the jungle and you get to start poking with Qs, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. But if you're a champion like Jinx, you don't care that much about that because you're not really going to go into a bush and look to hit W's from the bush. You know, that's not really how Jinx plays. Or if you're a champion like Aphelios, you're also not looking to poke. You just want the best possible position for the fight. And here I think now, if you're like kind of more where your team is and you're able to start poking with Qs when they try to re-enter and you just make sure that you're safe, it just makes everything easier to play. I think the biggest mistake here isn't yours though, it's Nocturne's mistake to stay top. He really shouldn't stay top. But like you can't change Nocturne's mistake, we can only change our own. And I really want to get this mid wave. I think this mid wave makes the Drake really easy to play.
True, I agree.
I always try to, like, I really highly prioritize getting mid waves before objectives. Just makes the
same.
objective so much easier to play. And it also means, like, let's say you got this mid wave now and you ace them here. You just end the game right after. But if they get the mid wave and you ace them now, maybe you can't end the game. Yeah, and you don't get anything. And it's just like, it makes the reward of winning a fight so big, and it makes the risk of losing the fight less as well. Because if you are, like, let's say you guys all died now, they could legit end mid. They could TP mid and end.
Yeah, true.
So this is really scary for you guys, and it works both ways. Although it's just the Warwick in thing, so you got a free kill, which is nice. Good, you guys get the soul, I'm guessing. They're gonna go Nash. They get the Nash.
We traded.
Yeah. Good that you're kind of chasing. Although Pike chased too much.
Yeah.
It's good. Good. Nice. Get down a flash. Yeah, it's fine. I was thinking Shojin or Serelda, but I think Shojin is good.
Yeah, because fights are like long.
Yeah, they're pretty like high HP. You're getting a lot of Qs of. And also being more tanky against Diana LeBlanc is really nice.
Yeah, true.
Oh, nice. I think you're a bit too scared here. Like now, instead of clicking down, you can just E forward, you know?
Yeah,
and I'm not even sure if I like the fact that you ulti, because I feel like LeBlanc could dodge your ulti.
I just E and auto.
If you just E and auto her, yeah, I feel like you like just E auto now, and you just keep clicking forward. You 100% win against the Jinx.
Yeah, I know.
Especially since Pike can also come and help you, you know? Oh, Pike fucked up his Q. Again, here, these Ws. We need to stop with this. Because it's like, it just slows you down, you know? Like here again, this W now, this, like, this is fine, this is fine, this is good. Good. This W is fine. I don't mind that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, it's close to hitting her, right? But this W here, really bad. It just slows you down. Like you could E, even now, you could E right after the ulti, right? If you E, you would E right now. At 31:10. Instead, you're Eing at 31:12. 2 seconds. And then again, this W here, it means that like we can still get in range with the EQ, but it's like barely, you know? While if we didn't W, it would be easier. Well, she dies, that's nice.
Here we get bot.
We get the tower, we can't get the inhib. Good that you didn't greed and die. See that Warwick is pushing too much. You guys kill him, good. Or maybe you guys don't kill him. Well, it's still good. Good play.
Then I'm catching the wave. I'm looking at. It's a bit risky, maybe.
No, I'm not thinking it's risky. I'm just thinking it's better to like push this as soon as possible and then force them out. I think it makes it a bit easier. Because you're wasting a bit of time here doing this, and now it's going to take quite a bit longer to push this wave. Because your team doesn't all want to like stay here helping you push this. But now you can see enemy team actually has time to go on to you before you've finished pushing the wave. So I think it's better if you prioritize higher rather than like sniffing for some random Qs to just push the wave ASAP, you know? Like you, instead of clicking down here, you just click to here and you kill this wave as soon as possible. And it just allows your team to recall faster if they want to recall. It allows your Sylas to go bolt if he wants to go bolt. Everything just looks a lot smoother when you're taking the waves higher.
Mm-hmm.
You're recalling here for a bot? Oh no, you cancelled your base. Good. Elder spawning. Oh, it's gonna be an Elder flip, isn't it? Monka.
Wait, I don't actually remember.
Okay, here again. A trick that I love to use is,
Okay.
I think, okay, where is enemy wave? I look at my own wave, and then I think
Yeah,
about it.
I know.
So if you do that, you should know now that the enemy wave is about to come.
This.
So,
Mm-hmm.
like, your clicks here are kind of strange. Like, you're clicking here, but the wave's already here. We should be queuing the wave already.
Okay, it makes sense.
We need to queue this wave ASAP. We need to get it. Like, now we're zoning ourselves from the wave, because if we were here queuing the wave, then when LeBlanc goes on a solo, we can just queue her and kite back. But now,
Okay.
LeBlanc is actually the one getting the wave. And now if we want to go catch the wave, oh no, look how shit this is. Now we're
Yeah.
zoned from Elder, and we have to catch the wave, and it's like, we're flanking as Ezreal, we didn't get to poke them at all before they started the objective. Just none of the things that we want as Ezreal is happening. Although, I guess, I mean, it's GG now, because your top laner killed enemy top laner, is going to be a 4v5, and your Pyke gets a crazy flank, and everything worked out. But it's really not what we want to do as an ADC to increase our own agency.
True.
Because if your top laner now died to the Warwick instead of winning the 1v1, oof, that's fucking tough. That's really tough. Well, if you got that mid wave and you had first position to Elder, if your top laner still dies, it's still going to be bad, but it's going to be better because maybe you can try to flip the Elder before Warwick comes, or you can try to engage on them before Warwick comes. But now they have like all the control, you know?
Yeah, true.
We can send the second game. We can go fast look at it a bit.
Okay.
But I think from this game, the biggest things that I notice is I want you to work on a few things. One is in general warding. Think about more when you want to ward and try to never stay on 2 wards. If you see yourself staying at 2 wards, then you made a mistake and you should look back, when could I have warded? The second thing is to try to think more through how the enemy wants to play. Like, think about when the enemy wants to last it, how can I punish that? How does the enemy want to fight? How can I win this 1v1 against the, like, for example, when you're fighting against the Jinx, you think to yourself, okay, I can win if I dodge her ulti. That's the number one thing that I need to dodge, mechanically. And I need to hit my own Qs, right? If I do those two things, I'll win the 1v1. If I get hit by Leona E, is it good? Is it bad? Usually it's bad. Sometimes it's good. But that can be another thing. Like if I dodge the Leona E, we 100% win the 2v2. If I'm playing against Diana and I don't give her E range and she has to flash E and I just E backwards, it's 100% winning. It's a lot of things like these that all add up to you being really like clean because you know exactly what's going to do before it's even happened, you know? And then once it does happen, it's just automatic.
Okay. Okay. I understood. Okay, so now I actually have 2 games, but in one game, even if it didn't look that free, it was like the support. I mean, something strange happened. Like Varus switched lane, he was still. Instead, I have another game where I kind of struggle
Sure.
with Ezreal.
Sure. We can do another Astral if you want.
Okay. I'm gonna send you this. Okay.
This one I'll go over a bit faster because we used a long
Yeah,
time on the last
sure.
one. And it's also a shorter game, so it makes it a bit easier. Okay, so here you're playing Astral Bard against MF Poppy. Should be a pretty good lane for you guys, I think. Oh, what the fuck is this Bard's done? Bro, it's fine. So here again, very similar to the Jinx game. I want to see you get 5 stacks on your passive and just perm auto tech. Good that you don't try to queue the MF, you're just queuing the minions. Good. Okay, well, this one I don't like.
Lucky.
It's lucky.
That was lucky.
Here, just make it easy. queue the
Yeah,
minions.
yeah.
You know? And once you've gotten the push for sure, then you don't need to worry about it anymore. Oh, yeah. This is mechanical mistake as well.
Okay.
Okay. You know how, like, something to work on? If you want to learn this really well, I would recommend to watch Viper stream. He has like old VODs that are on YouTube. I don't think that much of his recent stuff is on YouTube. But Viper, for me, was like the inventor of dropping minion aggro. He is so good at dropping minion aggro, and he does it so smoothly. Like here, we are 745 HP, right? We're full HP. Now look how much damage we take from minions. 720, 700, 690. We took 50 damage from minions.
Yeah.
And that's because here, you're not thinking properly how to drop the minion aggro. Once this Q hits, you need to now click up here to drop the minion aggro.
Okay.
If you do that, you'll drop this minion aggro instantly, and you'll only take one like shot from the caster. But it's just like the fact that I see this is not important that you lost 50 HP. But this is a habit. If you have this habit down, you will always do it. Once you see these little minions got this little fucking aggro icon, you think to yourself, okay, I need to drop it ASAP. ASAP drop it. I don't want to take damage. And if you're close to a bush, right, you enter the bush. But if you're not close to a bush, you need to like click up away from them.
Okay.
Oof, beautiful Bardstone. Okay. This looks good so far. Now it's good that you're trying to queue them instead of
Yeah, because I don't want the way to just crash.
Yeah, Bard pushed a bit too much, but it's okay. It's going to be a 2-wave crash instead of a 3. Okay, this Q ends up landing, but it's another one that I'm not that big of a fan of. Because instead of waiting for the MF, like the MF doesn't have to click like this. If the MF just clicks back, like she just clicks here, instead of clicking back into your range, she's out of range of your Q. Well, if you waited a bit more for her to last it, or for her to like be ready to last it, like I would wait a bit more. And then once the MF wants to hit, like, because what the MF wants to do here is she wants to hit this minion once, so that the tower can do one tower shot and then she last hits it, right?
Yeah, true.
So I would try to wait for that, for example. But it's a bit harder because there's minions. And you also went and warded, so I like that. Overall, what you did wasn't bad here, I think. Like the other ones. Because you made well use of your time where you weren't, like, looking for Qs by warding. Happens. Even I miss CS. Here again, though.
I just need to wait.
Yeah. Here, MF, why would MF auto this creep, right? Because it's gonna die, it's a tower. So we could wait a bit more until, in this case, you know who's gonna be really easy to hit, probably?
The Poppy, maybe?
The Poppy. Because you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna use this little relic and try to get the cannon. True. It's the classic supports. The easiest, like, the second easiest thing to do is to auto attack or hit skill shots on an enemy ADC that tries to last hit. But by far the easiest thing to do is to hit skill shots or auto attack enemy support that wants to last it. Because this shit is new to them. They haven't been last hitting for a whole long time. They don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So when she goes for this, she's just like, oh, should I hit it now? Should I wait? What am I doing? And she's thinking, that's the only thing she's thinking about right now, is last hitting this shit. Only thing that's going through her head. She was not thinking about your Q, she wasn't thinking about Bard Q, she wasn't thinking about shit. Because support mates, they don't got the same brain capacity, you know? They don't got all the space that we do. So they need to think about one thing, and they focus on that thing. So whenever you're against support with Relic Shield, we gotta abuse it. Okay, I liked what you were doing with the wave earlier, but now I think here we need to like push this a bit faster. I don't know why we let them get level 3 first. I don't know why Bard is going there. He's getting a chime, I guess. But we're kind of like not queuing the wave. We're not getting passive stacks. I think now we need to start queuing the wave again, get passive stacks, because we need to make sure that we have push. Oh, and Viego goes mid lane instead of going bot.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe we let this slow push so Viego can gank after the scatter.
Nah, never. Always keep push. It's so like if you keep push, the outcome is nearly always going to be good. While if you let enemy slow push, then maybe, for example, in this case, Hecarim is pathing bot, so they'll probably win the 3v3 if they have a big wave, because you're playing Astral and you can't really fight in wave, and in general, even if you're not playing Astral, if they have a big wave, minions are OP, they do so much damage.
Yeah,
But just most of the time, if you let them slow push into you, it's going to be bad. The only time I would think about doing it is if you're already far ahead and you can like 100% fight it, even if they have minions. This is if like you're really snowballing and you just know that if the wave is close to your tower and it's frozen, they can't fix it. And that's pretty much the only exception. Like if it's early in the game or if you're equal, just keep push. It just makes everything easier. Because now here, if you kept push, what I think could happen, what could potentially happen instead, is that you would push this wave, you would get level 3, and then when Hecarim comes, hopefully Bard doesn't get a brain aneurysm and goes and portals away. But then, since you have pushed the wave more, you can maybe stop the Hecarim from actually taking Crab. Just you and Bard run to Crab. Viego would run to Crab as well, right, after killing enemy mid. And the outcome would look a lot better.
Okay.
But still, this isn't your fault that Bard died, right? He just sucks. But it's just in general better to keep the push.
Okay.
So now you crush this wave.
And usually, like, when the jungle is not pathing to me, when I crush the third wave, if I can, I just look to base, get a call or a tier.
Yeah, that's good. I think if you base for like
not a
call or
lot.
tier or something like that, it's good, yeah. I think if you do stay though, it's like better to push fourth
Better to
wave and
push.
keep push.
Okay.
The only exception is if like they have a really good gank setup, like if they have like a Blitzcrank and a, I don't know, Blitzcrank. What's a really scary jungler to gank? Elise?
I guess Elise maybe.
I don't know, a scary ass jungler, right? That can easily reach you and you're playing in a mobile ADC. Then I think sometimes you just have to think to yourself, okay, if I try to push this and they gank me, it's over for me. Even if I see them on Tribush and Blitzcrank flash hooks me, I have to flash and I don't want to lose my flash, you know, something like that.
Okay.
But it's pretty rare that that's the case, I think. Because most of the time, enemy jungler, they see that you're pushed in and they know if Tribush is warded, they can't really gank it.
Okay.
What's your thought process here?
Okay, here, I just actually I don't really know. Maybe okay, I was freezing because I couldn't like roam or do anything like to help a skirmish. So maybe I was just looking to let MF lose some CS.
I like what you do with freezing here, but what I think you should do is you should start pushing it faster. Because like here, this is all fine now, but now when you see MF and you see that she's starting to push, I would start to push faster than this. Like auto this, Q this, just and don't run over here. Hit the minions, hit the melee minions, hit.
Yeah, there I saw just they were fighting.
Yeah,
That's why I clicked back. But I guess it wasn't important.
but it's good here. What I really don't want to let happen is that MF gets to kill these minions. And the
Okay.
easiest way to do that is just by killing more of her minions. And I'm fine if this doesn't end up frozen, it just ends up slow pushing, because then she's still going to lose a lot of minions. It ends up still working out, because Bard can be here to force her out. But I think even now, you should be hitting the wave more. Because it's like, oh, but this can be good, or what's happening?
I mean, I thought Bard was gonna fight with me, but
But this is another problem that comes from this wave, you know? Because your champion is kind of dog shit here. You have no passive stacks. You can't Q. You're kind of completely useless, to be honest.
I know, yeah.
Like, sure, if your Bard goes in, you could look to do something, but I don't even know if it's good that your Bard goes in, because Poppy is here already. So if your Bard goes in, I don't know. I think what they're doing is maybe better than what you're doing, to be honest. But I think the
Yeah,
problem
because
comes from the fact that you're not like here queuing, like queue the wave. You should queue the wave here to keep your passive stacks, and you shouldn't be tunneling on having this as a freeze. You should just be tunneling on trying to keep this wave here, which is a difference. It may sound the same.
Okay, yeah.
But the problem is that if you focus on having a freeze, this is frozen right now, right?
Yes.
But if you tunnel vision on having a freeze here, what MF will do is just kill your minions. You can't fight her because she has too many minions, and it won't be a freeze anymore. While instead, if you think about keeping the wave here, you want to kill this cannon minion as fast as possible and make the minions equal. You want to have 3 versus 3, so that if MF wants to push, she doesn't have a minion advantage, and then you can actually fight her. Because it's very hard to fight into a minion advantage. Even now, it's kind of actually the minions that are beating your ass more than MF.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
this cannon is boom, 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 you know? I mean, the MF is beating your ass a bit too, to be honest, but it's a lot the minions. Oof. Oof. Oof.
And now I'm like scared to fight because I have no HP.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think this
That's kind of
mostly stems from the wave, to be honest.
yeah, yeah.
And then the
Agree.
fact that you wanted to trade here, I think is also bad. It's just like it's very opposite of what your champion is able to do. It's like the worst case scenario for your champ. I'd say you have no passive stacks and you can't land Qs. I don't think it gets much worse than that for your champ.
Okay.
So if you're looking to actually fight the MF, you need to have like hindsight for that and start queuing the wave now, you know? Like for example,
Yeah.
here I would want you to queue this melee minion, kill this melee minion, make this cannon minion the same HP, because your goal should just be that the wave is completely equal in terms of numbers advantage. Because I can also tell you a little secret. You're thinking probably here that if it's frozen, MF will walk up, but if it's slow pushing, she won't. And the truth is, she doesn't give a fuck. If it's slow pushing or if it's frozen, she will still walk up trying to crash it. Because even if it's slow pushing, she will still lose a lot of minions, so it'll feel bad for her to back off. And just as a psychological thing, we always want to crash the wave. I don't know, we just hate having it here if we don't need the
Yeah,
base,
it's
because we just want to fucking crash it. We're stupid ADC mains. We aren't that much better than supports, maybe. But it's just like I've had this happen in competitive scrims with my support where he's like, "It's slow pushing, bro. Do we have to crash it?" And I'm like, "Yes, fuck off. We're crashing this shit."
okay,
Because I
okay.
just can't handle the fact that it's gonna slow push for 10 years and it's gonna make me lose 50 minions. Because like, yeah, it's technically slow pushing, but it's gonna take so fucking long.
At least like 6 minutes. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
I'm not losing that. That's a whole wave.
Okay, okay.
So we just want to make the wave equal, makes it easier to fight, all that good stuff. Oh no, we're freezing again, are we? I don't like. I don't like. I think here again, okay, I mean, here it's a bit different, right? Here I don't like freezing because you're freezing to deny the MF minions, right? But if
But
you
she's
now,
basing up with this.
yeah, she's gonna base after this. But if you now, instead of pulling this to freeze it, you would have just killed this wave under tower and then hard pushed the next wave, I think she would have lost the same amount of minions and you would have maybe gotten a plate.
Okay.
Because you have Sheen and everything. Maybe it would be awkward because the Poppy is coming. So maybe what you ended up doing is fine. But in general, I think it's better when enemy wants to base. Instead of looking to freeze, you just look to hard push next wave and get a plate. Because that means that usually they lose around the same amount of minions. Like you can see the MF still isn't back. Oh, I mean, she's back now. But I think she would have lost maybe like 2 minions less. But you would have gotten a plate in return, which I think is worth it. And then here, you're kind of just, you got to work with your own vision. So you put a ward in Tribush. Poppy cleared that ward in Tribush with the pink ward. You see the Poppy
Okay.
walking towards
Yeah,
this
yeah.
bush. Not that surprising, maybe, that she's gonna try
Yeah.
to cheese you from Tribush.
I think I actually didn't see it. And I'm just blinded, but
Yeah,
I guess I was tunneling vision on Drake.
yeah,
Even if I mean, they didn't need me, so
yeah. It's kind of like here, you just gotta be like, I can't really join this. They can cheese me. I'll just be chilling here. If a fight breaks out, then I'll move, you know?
yeah, okay.
Because if they start fighting and Poppy and MF show, then you can just move and help them.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you base here. No, we're staying. In general, when you fucked up and you get really chunked, just base when it's a cannon wave. Don't cancel this base.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always bait to cancel this base. Because you're gonna bleed over an extended period of time. Your jungler's not gonna be able to gank. You're gonna die. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
gonna happen. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yep. Although it ends up being maybe not that bad. 2 for 2. But still, you lose a lot of minions. You're not happy. Shit sucks. And this is probably like the best case scenario, no? The best case, like the worst case scenario that could happen here is that
You
Bard
just die.
like Hecarim doesn't ulti you, he just ultis Viego. Viego gets one shot. You get out, but it's a 2-for-0. Nobody dies to Nasus, and it's
Okay.
just like really disastrous, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So we want to avoid the thing, like, we want to avoid getting fucked in the first place, but when we do get fucked, we have to be willing to take, like, the short-term loss rather than bleeding for an extended period of time and staying.
Okay, okay.
But that's also a lot about, like, experience. Like, when you get fucked enough, you'll realize when you gotta accept it and when you can stay. But it's rare that you can stay. And especially on cannon waves, that's, like, a good opportunity to get the base off. If we just Q here, we can get the Q off. But if we WQ, we can't.
Yeah.
Can't get both. We're getting greedy. Greedy season. Also, Poppy support. I don't want to be that guy, but that shit seems real OP. I got stomped by today.
Same.
So much damage.
Now she's just gonna lifesteal back up.
Yeah. This lane looks pretty tough. At least you based here with the cannon wave. You learned from your last mistake. And now she has BT. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. What happened here?
I think here we trade 1-for-1, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Broken is your champ.
True.
That's crazy. You queued the minions twice.
I think, yeah, if
Full
I played
item.
better, I'll just win. I think, but
I think so too. I mean, she's also making the big mistake of tanking like so many minions. That's kind of why
yeah,
you're winning. She's tanking 3 casters.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this Q missing here is pretty correct. So we gotta Q more like this, like in this direction, and then it's gonna land. But yeah, if that Q hits, and it's also the fact that you have barrier, I guess that helps.
Yeah.
But overall, it's still a good result. You get Triforce now. It's good for you to trade 1-for-1. The wave was good as well. Oh, I hope you E forward here. Good. You auto minion?
No, I cancelled it, I think.
Oh, she healed more than you did damage.
Oh,
Crazy.
okay. And
The fuck?
maybe I could flash.
I mean, you should flash the Poppy. If you flash the Poppy,
Yeah.
you kill her. It's crazy, the healing. 73 healing. But I think it's because she also gets the healing from Poppy's item or something. Maybe. I
Oh,
don't know. Does the
the rune.
celestial things, does it give
Yeah, yeah,
healing?
maybe.
It does, no?
The green rune.
Oh
Maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
Font of Life, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what she
exactly.
has. Yeah. It's not celestial, it's like. Oh, tough game though. Let's see how you play the mid game. There's a team fight here. Random W again. Fine Q attempt. Go on a math. Oh, the Viego's a pussy. Wait, you pinged back. Why did you ping back? You were scared of him dying? I mean, it's fine. You
Yeah.
got the kill. You guys get mid tower. Okay, the game's
I think
winnable.
you'll reach her.
Winnable. They got mid tower as
Yeah,
well, though. It's a bit like when you play games and you're behind, there's a lot less for you to do. You're a lot more reliant on the enemy to fuck up, and it's less about like, it's not you make a mistake necessarily to lose the game. It's more about enemy making a mistake for you to be able to win the game.
Okay.
Like here, for example, this is a losing team fight, but you didn't really do anything wrong. It's just that they're stronger, you know. So you guys get a pick on Talia. That's good. Okay, huge. Well, I don't know why you base here. Shouldn't base here. You should stay bot. We need to think we should like not want to base until we have Manamune. Like, why would we want to base now when we will want to get 500 gold and then base again? Like now you lost three of these melee minions will die to tower on bot. that you could have just farmed, and you could have pushed faster bot to move faster to Drake and get the next wave faster, and everything would have been much like smoother.
Okay.
So
I was thinking like I wanna be the strongest as I can before Drake fight. But I guess
it's
1
like 1080,
20
you know?
AD. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that
It's
doesn't make the
1580 in
difference.
total. It gives you
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
gives you
I agree with that.
actually it's 1080, no? Because Caulfield's Warhammer gives 20.
It's
Yeah,
20. Yeah, yeah, it's just
so you're
10 AD.
getting 1080 because you're buying another longsword. It's pretty useless, yeah.
I see that.
So it's better to just try to get mana mune as fast as possible by not dropping any farm rather than like getting components. Like the components of mana mune are pretty trash.
True.
Okay, you're okay. I like it. Cool.
I should just flash. Oh yeah, this is pretty bad.
She's there, no? She's not there.
Yeah, yeah, but
Your team didn't realize that a free kill is waiting for us. Where your team is so dumb. Actually, that's mind blowing. What? Where did Diego think she went? I mean, this isn't really like. I mean, it's
mm,
you're bad, right? Because your team isn't following, so you shouldn't go. But at the
yeah.
same time, come on, team, come on.
hmm
Like Talia flashed already, so she can't even escape the Drake pit. She's gone a bit everywhere here. Nice.
Oh yeah, here. I thought about it too late.
I think your E here isn't the best. Ooh.
Yeah, also that.
I mean, you should think here. I think about like how to E over a wall. Like
Yeah.
when Hecarim goes to here, I would think about walking into this wall, Eing over, and then if Hecarim ults over, maybe I flash back over, some shit like that.
Okay, okay.
Like, that's the best way to play this. Because if you don't abuse the fact that you can go over walls, then he's just gonna run you down. He's so fast. Let's see the final fights. I guess we're running them down. Nice. Nice. Good. What the fuck? Atelier. Nice. I get chase on the Garen.
No, we don't.
Seems like a bit
Yep.
of a too long chase, but you're fine, I guess. I mean, here again, though, I think you're like something. So your CS numbers on Zeri are fine, right? But your CS numbers in general are not the best. And I think a lot of it seems to just come from in both games I've watched. You're not really that putting that high priority on mid waves. Like here, I feel like you could leave the Drake faster and run to mid wave, and then after you clear this wave, instead of chasing Garen, I'm never gonna chase Garen here. Not in a million years am I gonna chase Garen. There's a blast cone right here. He's gonna get out for sure. And even if he
True.
doesn't get out, that's all you, team. I'm not chasing that because I have a juicy mid wave waiting for me right here. So I'm always gonna go for mid wave, and I always go for mid wave high, and that's like the number one secret or the easiest way to get high CS per minute on every champ is to just always be in time for mid waves. Like always be early on the mid wave, catching it high, and really optimizing your CS. Because now you'll see, because you weren't there, this always happens. If you're not there taking the mid wave high, someone else can take it.
Yeah.
Your mid lane is gonna take it. Your top lane is gonna take it. Someone's like, oh shit, someone forgot this mid wave existed, I guess, and they're gonna start taking it.
Okay.
So we gotta always be there, ready to take it, and it makes everything much easier. Now your team gets fisted. Okay. Nice. Okay, not so nice. Yeah. Went from being very clean into being very not clean. I mean, here, you miss an auto attack. You should E, then auto, then Q. And you miss your W. And you miss your
Let me
Q.
see.
Yeah, and then we auto a minion. Hmm.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah, I know.
It happens.
I mean, I just have to play more, to be honest. I didn't play
Yeah.
that much. I'm kinda rusty. But
Let's watch the final fight. Maybe it's not even a
that's
fight, they just end the game. Okay, now the Qs are landing a bit. Nice. Like they're just gonna end the game though.
yeah, there's not much we can do.
I think this game there was less to learn from than the other one because the game kind of
Yeah,
just snowballed from your early game mistakes. I think this game was a good showcasing of why like keeping push up as Ezreal is so important. Because once you give them push, it can be really hard to trade back and really hard to just fight in general. I think both your your freeze attempt here and then when you got chunked for the Drake here, those were like the biggest turning points of the game that made it really hard, I think, to play. And it's just like for the freezing one, I think just in general, try to when the enemy hits wave, like if you want to keep the wave in the same spot, when the enemy hits the wave, you need to match it and hit the wave as well. And for the Drake one, it's just like increase, get better map awareness, and recognize when you can't join the play. It's okay to not be able to join the play. It's always better to not join the play than to face check and die or get really chunked like this.
okay.
Because, like, if your team starts a play and you can't join it, that's their fault, you know. And if it's a bad play in that case, because if you try to join it and die, that's your fault, you know. You can only do what you can do, but we want to make sure that we do what we can do the best. And then I mean, the biggest things that I would want to work on is the things that I was talking about last game, about the warding, about the map awareness, and about just like thinking more consciously about trading and aiming seal shots when enemy go for CS, and just in general thinking a bit more deeper about the game, about how enemy champions, like thinking also about how the enemy champions want to play and how you can counteract that and how you want to play in turn against that. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, I think you have pretty good mechanics when you're like playing well, and I could definitely see you getting master back. Uh, but just focus on 2 to 3 champions, put the hours
Yeah.
in, and you'll get there for sure.
Okay, bro.
You have any questions?
Uh, any questions? Like, let me think about it. 1 second. Um, I mean, honestly, not. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You were you explained all the things really well, so
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have questions.
Yeah,
Can't think of any, so yeah.
that's fine. If you have any later, you can message me if you want. But
Okay, okay.
yeah, I wish you the best of luck in your climb, and I'll see you around, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Good luck to you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Good stream. Bye bye.
Oof. I am spent, huh, folks? That was pretty fun.